about the man of the moment and in ways that he would have never wished, Tahawwur Rana. The last time Tahawwur Rana visited India, Dr. Manmohan Singh's government survived the no-confidence motion called by the left over the US nuclear deal. Sachin Tendulkar was the leading Indian cricketer and Tata had just launched the nano car. That was 17 years ago, when 2611 plotter visited various cities across our country just 5 days before the deadliest terror attack India has seen. Now it's 2025 and he is back in India, this time as India's most wanted. Tahawwur Rana has been extradited from the United States after a lengthy court battle which was fought to bring him back here to face justice and to give justice to the victims of the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks. Crucially, he is the man who can expose the complete linkage between the Pakistan Army and Lashkar-e-Toiba and how both of them were behind 2611. Since morning, that was notable movement at Delhi's Palam Airport. Police and security vehicles were seen entering the area. Security was tightened at the NIA headquarters and the Patiala House Court where he could be produced. The records related to the 2611 Mumbai terror attacks, which were called from Mumbai to Delhi at the end of January, have recently been also received by the Patiala House Court. Rana is currently believed to be in the Palam technical area where his medical checkup will be done. He'll then be produced in court either physically or through a virtual appearance. It's but natural given what a high-value target he is right now, especially for terror groups. Tahawwur Rana will then be kept in a special cell built on the ground floor of the NIA headquarters. An investigation room has been kept ready on the third floor for him. Only 12 officials of the NIA will have access to him. These include IG Ashish Batra, DIG Jaya Rai and SP Prabhat Kumar. This trio were part of the group of officials who went to the US to get Rana back. NIA DG Sadanand Date is also part of the interrogating team, which includes 2 IG rank officers, an ADG, an SP rank officer as well as a DSP. A high-level meeting earlier took place in the NIA headquarters to make sure that there is absolutely no slip between the cup and the lip.
तहव्वुर राणा का जो एक्सट्रेडिशन है, इसका जो प्रत्यर्पण है, ये कोई आम एक्सट्रेडिशन या आम प्रत्यर्पण नहीं है। ये नए भारत के संकल्प का प्रतिबिंब है जिसे 2019 में प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने परिभाषित करते हुए कहा था कि अगर कोई भारत की एकता, अखंडता, सुरक्षा, अस्मिता या किसी भी निर्दोष भारतवासी पर हमला करेगा और ऐसी जुर्रत करेगा तो भारत, नया भारत, ऐसे आतंकी को चाहे पाताल से ही क्यों नहीं खोज कर न्याय के पथ पर लाने का काम करेगा और इंसाफ की दहलीज पर पहुंचाने का काम करेगा।
हमारी मांग है कि जिस तरह से अजमल कसाब के खिलाफ पूरे भारत के कानून के अंतर्गत जो पूरा मुकदमा चला है, कसाब को पूरा अपना बचाव करने का, अपने वकील देने का पूरा अधिकार था, उसने वकील दिए, उसको पूरा अपील करने का मौका मिला हाई कोर्ट में, फिर सुप्रीम कोर्ट में, उसके बाद उसको सजा हुई। तो इसी तरह से राणा का जब ट्रायल होगा, उसका जब मुकदमा चलेगा, तो इसी तरह से उसको पूरा कानूनी तरीके से अधिकार देकर उसको जो भी सजा हो उसको स्वीकार करना पड़ेगा।
कांग्रेस सरकार के समय हम जिस होटल में खड़े हैं, यहीं पर आतंकवादियों ने हमला किया था। ये होटल पे लोगों की जान गई थी, लेकिन कांग्रेस की सरकार ने कुछ किया नहीं आरोपियों के ऊपर सख्त सजा दिलाने के लिए, बल्कि जो पकड़ा गया था कसब, उसको भी बिरयानी खिलाते थे। ये मोदी जी का दृढ़ संकल्प था कि जिन लोगों ने हमारी देश पर आंख उठाई उनको सख्त से सख्त सजा मिले, और आज हर भारतवासी को गर्व है मोदी जी पर। विशेषकर हम सब मुंबई कर कृतज्ञ हैं मोदी जी के कि ऐसे लोग जिन्होंने हमारे देश के ऊपर हिंसक आक्रामक हमला किया था, उनको हम भारत के धरती पर भारत के कानून के अंतर्गत सजा दिलाएंगे।
मेरा मानना है कि लॉन्ग ओवरड्यू था, बेहद स्वागत योग्य चीज है, क्योंकि फिक्स तो करना होगा ये देश भूला नहीं। वो जो बर्बर हिंसा हमने देखी, तो मेरा तो सीधे तौर पे मानना है कि वेलकम स्टेप है। देर हुई, अमित शाह जी तो ट्रम्पेट बजाने के माहिर हैं। ये लोग तो मैं तो ये भी तब कह सकता हूँ ना कि मेहुल चोकसी का भाग जाना, नीरव मोदी का भाग जाना, विजय माल्या का भाग जाना, ये सबसे बड़ा फेलियर है। अगर सफलता की क्रेडिट चाहते हैं तो असफलता के लिए भी कहिए ना कि वी फेल्ड, ये होना चाहिए ना। फिर मैं मणिपुर पर क्यों ना आपसे पूछूं कि व्हाई डिड यू फेल देयर।
हिंदुस्तान में एक नहीं अनेकों बम धमाके कांग्रेस की सरकार के समय हुए। कांग्रेस हाथ पे हाथ धर के बैठी रही, लेकिन मोदी सरकार ने विदेशी धरती से भी, विदेशी सरकारों से भी उन गुनहगारों को वापस पकड़ कर लाए। अब हमारे हिंदुस्तान के कोर्ट उनको सजा सुनाएंगे और ऐसे लोग जिनको फांसी मिलनी चाहिए उनको फांसी के तख्ते तक पहुंचाएंगे। फर्क इतना ही है, कांग्रेस के समय बम धमाके होते थे, मोदी सरकार में बम धमाके करने वालों को पकड़ा जाता है और उनके खिलाफ कड़ी कार्रवाई की जाती है। कांग्रेस हाथ पे हाथ धर के बैठी थी, हमने हाथ लंबे करके विदेशों से उनको खींच कर लाए।
देखिए, 16 साल एक कानूनी लड़ाई अमेरिका में चली और ये लड़ाई शुरू की थी यूपीए के गवर्नमेंट ने। 26/11 जब हो गया तो उसके बाद से निरंतर इस आदमी का प्रत्यार्पण करने के लिए भारत में, उस वक्त तो ये लोग नहीं थे ना, पीयूष गोयल टाइप लोग, तब से लड़ाई चल रही। लड़ाई शुरू की थी उस सरकार से, यूपीए सरकार से, आप देख लीजिए, उनको खबर नहीं है। तब जाकर ये लोगों ने, अब अमेरिका ने या उनके न्यायालय ने उनका प्रत्यार्पण 16 साल के बाद किया है।
We are encouraged to hear about the extradition to India of one of the perpetrators of the terrible and horrendous terrorist attacks that happened in Mumbai on the 26th of November 2008, which took the lives of more than 170 innocent civilians, including Israelis. I would like to thank the government of India for its persistence in bringing the terrorists to justice.
But naturally, everyone is welcoming the return of this terror operative to India, where finally some hard truths will tumble out. But in the midst of all this, something happened that will remind you of the Hindi saying, "Chor ki dadi mein tinka," or the guilty reveal themselves. Despite literally no one asking them for their opinion, the Pakistan Foreign Ministry hastened today to distance themselves from Tahawwur Rana. They stress that he has not renewed his Pakistani documents in the last 2 decades, and therefore it is very clear that he is not a Pakistani at all. He's got nothing to do with Pakistan. He is a Canadian.
On the Tahawwur Rana issue, we have conveyed our position regarding his Canadian nationality. And as far as our record indicates, he did not even apply for renewal of his Pakistani origin documents for the last 2 decades. I reiterate position, we will give further updates in due course.
Except, of course, a small detail that you don't necessarily have to furnish your passport in order to hold meetings with the Lashkar-e-Toiba or be an ISI asset. So what could Tahawwur Rana reveal that is making Pakistan so nervy? Other than the fact that he had a starring role in plotting the 26/11 attacks, Rana also worked closely with the Pakistan Army and the ISI, and through them was in direct touch with the Lashkar-e-Toiba. It's this link between the Lashkar-e-Toiba and the Pakistani establishment that Rana can now reveal to the world and finally prove yet again what has been said about Pakistan, that it uses terror groups as instrument of state policy. And it is this link between terror groups and Pakistani establishment that is described in detail in the NIA's 26/11 charge sheet, where they talk about Tahawwur Rana and David Coleman Headley. Simply put, that is why Pakistan is walking on eggshells. Now, the NIA gives details of how Rana got in touch with the Lashkar through his friend David Coleman Headley. In fact, Headley was the medium who arranged a meeting between Lashkar operative Abdur Rahman and Rana in Dubai. This Abdur Rahman is now accused number 6 in the NIA's 26/11 charge sheet. Now let's take a look at how Pakistan's spy agency ISI dealt with Rana in the lead up to the 26/11 attacks. Where does the Pakistani establishment come into the picture with all of this? In one word, Headley was an ISI asset. David Coleman Headley was a go-between for the ISI and the Lashkar. He provided financial and material support by ISI's Major Iqbal. Major Iqbal was the one who was essentially financing Headley. Headley was then passing it on to Rana. This included funds for setting up an office in Mumbai to conduct a recce before the 26/11 attacks. Once Headley started planning his trip to India, Major Iqbal got in touch with Rana for finalizing the action plan. Rana, in turn, had a personal reason to build up his relationship with Major Iqbal. Remember, Rana himself is a Pakistani army deserter. Headley told him, why don't you help us with this terror operation with 26/11, and then maybe Major Iqbal will put in a good word for you, could help you get rehabilitated with the Pakistani establishment. So there are only 4 dots which are at play here. There is the ISI, whose face was Major Iqbal. Then there is David Coleman Headley, who was the go-between. Then there is Tahawwur Rana, and of course, right at the top, pulling all the strings via the ISI, is the Lashkar-e-Toiba. There was a long-drawn effort to try and ensure that these secrets of Rana are kept buried. But now he is in India, even if after a 17-year-long fight. Now that he is going to be faced with Indian interrogators, in all likelihood, Mr. Rana is going to be singing like a canary, and that certainly will not be music to Pakistan's ears.